appropriate adjustment on your car, you got to give some feedback to your crew, and it's hard to do on a short track.
Absolutely. And one thing I want to mention too, this particular track here at ORP with the multiple grooves, you get trapped on the bottom and you can't pass the guy on the outside. And let me tell you, that flat gets you mad. You take a look at the 32 car there, a Reed Sorensen underneath Ricky Stenhouse, lap after lap, he's trying to pass him. He cannot get the forward bite up off the corner, and that makes you mad. Now, Ricky's not doing nothing wrong. That's just what happens here.
That's 8, 9, and 10 battling there. Sorensen was second last week at Gateway, and he's gotten up into the mix now. And tell you what, it's just a matter of time until I think we get the feeling that Reed Sorensen's on the verge of winning a race, because he has been close many times throughout the course of this season.
Yeah, he's done an outstanding job, and something we haven't talked a lot about is brakes, and brakes are a significant issue here at the short track. When you run underneath another car, or a set of cars in this case, you use more brake because you have to slow a little more to prevent from sliding in. You can't do this lap after lap after lap without it taking its toll on the brakes.
Sorensen, one of those double duty drivers, now nudges ahead of the 6 in Stenhouse. Shannon Spake.
Have been working on balance this weekend, something they've been struggling with on the short tracks all season long with this 32 car. He was also very tight in practice earlier today. So tight, he said, I can hardly even drive it. Guys, we got some great racing on the racetrack right now. But this team is hungry for a win. This crew has been together since 2007, and as a unit, they have never gone to victory lane, so they are pushing Reed, willing him to make a win.
Sorensen right now 8th. Keselowski has moved past the 6 of Stenhouse for 9th. But everybody's chasing the 99 of Trevor Bayne, but it looks like the 18 of Kyle Busch has closed the gap and goes inside of Bayne, trying to take away the lead. Now some lap traffic maybe getting in the way a little bit, going to help out Kyle Busch.
Yeah, Bayne says, no way, I'm not having none of this. I mean, Kyle Busch is one of the best out there, but hey, I'm the pole sitter. I'm holding you back. Run behind me.
Talk about building confidence, though. He's going door to door with Kyle Busch, and he's aware of it. I can assure you he's aware of it, and he's loving every minute of it.
Trevor Bayne started the race from the pole, just as he did a week ago at Gateway. Had a top 10 finish last week, but they have felt as though they're on the verge maybe of breaking through for that first win. Will it come tonight? Kyle Busch still trying to get underneath Bayne and make it stick, but he hasn't been able to do it so far.
And to complicate matters, you got traffic. So the advantage is with the young guy or the veteran in this case. I favor the veteran because there's just, it's just another obstacle.
Well, Ricky, Trevor's going to school right now. He's got to show a lot of patience. He's got the lap car in front of him. He's got to be careful right there. He's got another, he's going to the outside now. He's going to try to work that outside. And then he's got the 10 car of Derek Griffin in front of him right there, who had to start tailback because he made some adjustments.
An 18-year-old rookie making his first Nationwide Series start, and he's got those guys breathing down his neck. Now they're going to get around the 10 of Griffin and the 81 of McDowell, and Trevor Bayne still trying to work around the outside of the 10 car with Kyle Busch following him.
Trevor did an outstanding job. In that situation, you got two choices. You make something happen, or you wait for something to happen. He waited. The 81 came down. He took advantage of it.
This is lap 36 of 200, and it has been fierce from the drop of the green, and they stacked about 4 cars up on the green flag on the outside line, and several cars with damage already. Matt DiBenedetto, Jason Leffler, all have been damaged. Justin Allgaier's got a little bit of damage as well, but really at this point, the biggest damage belongs to Leffler and DiBenedetto up front. They might have a little fender damage, but Kyle Busch doesn't seem to be any worse for the wear.
Well, Kyle Busch car is still handling real well right now. Like I said earlier, he's got a bent up left front fender, which helps create a lot of downforce. We saw his right front tire, all the Goodyear markings wore off it, so he's already had this 18 car in some tight quarters.
Side by side, a little bit of rubbing between the 18 and the 99. Can Kyle make it stick, or is Trevor Bayne going to hold on? But Busch has been trying to get down below him and make it stick off the corner, but just hasn't been able to, as Bayne has a little better drive off the outside.
I expect Kyle, if he can maintain that, will drive deep into the turn, low, and try to drift up in front of him.
Or use his bumper.
Or use his bumper. But, again, that will come back to haunt you. Even if it's a young driver, even though he's thinking, look, I can learn from Kyle.
Finally, Kyle Busch takes the lead, but Bayne tries to cross over and come back down below. It's not going to happen. Well, Kyle Busch has led every lap. Has led a lap in every race he's run in this year, and he's going to lead this lap as well at Raceway Park. Tonight we're at O'Reilly Raceway Park, but tomorrow it's NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, the Brickyard 400, presented by Golden Corral. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern. Coverage starts at noon Eastern with countdown. The Mopar Mile High NHRA Nationals tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2, the finals. And the NASCAR Nationwide Series at Iowa, 1 week from tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Good battle for 7th between Justin Allgaier and Reed Sorensen. Allgaier, the black car, number 12. Sorensen, the yellow, number 32. Good look at him, and Stephen Wallace has been in that mix much of the night as well. Now, Allgaier tries to poke underneath Wallace a little bit. No love lost there between the 12 and the 66. And does that come into play, Ricky, when you're out there on the track, a little past history?
Well, depending on how you treat one another. I mean, drivers can get over things like that, but I'll tell you what, it comes back quick also, particularly if you get used up or you feel like you got used up, and that can happen pretty quick here.
Hey, that is some tight quarter racing right there. Hornaday, Wallace, Allgaier, Sorensen. I mean, that is short track racing at its best. See Steven slipping and sliding up off of turn 2 right there. Getting down into 3 now. And they've been running, like this lap after lap, and this really tests your patience. That high side, that bottom lane will drive you crazy, and that's what these guys are dealing with right now.
A fourth of the way through, lap 50 of 200, and we have been green the entire way. As you look out the front window of Justin Allgaier in the Verizon car, Verizon Wireless customers, text CHAMPION to 43776 for exclusive Champion Chats content from our NASCAR Now Roundtable experts. Allgaier in 7th. Reed Sorensen right behind him in 8th. Stephen Wallace is there. There's the 22 of Brad Keselowski. He's running 9th. Let's get more on what's happening with Stephen Wallace. Rick DeBrule.
Well, Stephen Wallace coming off the great finish last week in Gateway where he finished 5th. Remember, a year ago, he also finished 5th at this particular race. Talking with Scott McDowell, his crew chief, he said they brought what they consider their best short track chassis. It's car number 42. They felt very confident coming here, both off of that and together with the fact that they just have the confidence in this particular car. And they also feel that Steve Wallace is good on short track. This is where he should excel. And right now, he's doing it right where he belongs.
And Rusty, this program, and it's your program, so I know you know, top 15 finishes the last 7 races for Steven. What's been the, that little something that's gotten him over the hump of late?
I think Vince, he's just maturing. He's getting to be a better race car driver. He understands the big picture. Knows he's got to drive hard, but he's got to bring it home. And I think that's it. Plus the testing we've been doing probably helped the team a little bit. Quite a bit, a lot.
Describe something for you guys. That the 12 car, or any one of these guys here, the 12 car, for instance, when he's behind Steven, will reference the wall. That's his distance that he can let the car drift. He'll use up every inch of racetrack because there's speed in that. But when you get alongside another driver, then you have to reference the car to your outside, and that's when the work begins, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then one thing that could, you're exactly right, Ricky, but one thing that could enter into this is one of the only racetracks that we run at where the walls, as you exit the corner, the walls dip down. They're very, very low. They're low walls, probably the lowest in all of NASCAR racing. And the drivers I talk to say sometimes when you come off the corner, you can't see the wall. You're looking over top of the wall.
So you lose that. You lose that reference.
Absolutely.
Good battle there with the 98 of Menard being followed by Almirola and the 33 of Hornaday, who won the truck race last night. He's coming around, and Hornaday and Ernie Cope, the crew chief, they worked together on that winning truck last night in the Camping World Truck Series, and they're working together tonight on this Nationwide car.
And they got a lot of confidence in what they won that truck race with as it relates to suspension, because they took the shocks off the truck and bolted them onto this car. So Hornaday's expecting the same as what he got last night.
Up in the front, it's the 18 of Kyle Busch. You shouldn't be surprised, should you? It's the 4th time Busch has led here, and he's won here at O'Reilly Raceway Park twice. The action has been fast and furious at O'Reilly Raceway Park tonight here for the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Want to remind you to make sure to go to NASCAR.com for all your latest NASCAR information. Get the latest on what's happening, not just tonight, but also tomorrow night with the Brickyard 400 and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. See that on ESPN tomorrow, beginning with the countdown show.